Well, hello, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well this evening. It is Tuesday, which means it is time for Starward Bound. And before we get around to cast and crew, and Emma will be joining us soon, she is currently being burninated. And so, hey, Kiana, that's the way of things. And so we're going to go ahead and get started, but hopefully Hilda will join us in just a bit. But before we get around to cast and crew, I want to go ahead and take care of our advertiser, Tabletop Loot. If you go to tabletoploot.com, you can get 15% off of dice, mugs, t-shirts, whatever they got. They're really good friends of ours. Go ahead and check them out. Get you some dice. Maybe get a little WebDM Pog thingy. I forgot. What did we decide those were? What are they? I don't know. I grew up in the 80s, 90s. They're Pogs. But anyway, let's go around to cast and crew, see how everybody's doing tonight, who you're going to be playing, and then we will get to a bit of a recap and into the action. So, first and foremost, Trey, how are you doing, sir?
Hey, man, you kind of caught me off guard there. You said my name, and I got a little nervous there for I am fired up and ready to go. I just got done watching the latest episode of the season 8 of Game of Thrones, so I've got like this fantasy thing throbbing out of my cerebral cortex, man. I'm ready to start talking about swords and arrows and other cool stuff like that, man. I couldn't be happier at this moment right now. So if you are just now catching up, my name is Trey. I play Doc Cool, that half-elf Kinsey Moon. Likes to smoke and draw, and also play wet nurse to one of my other favorite halflings. So yeah, I'm gonna stop worrying about my mommy and daddy problems and pass the mic to the rest of our illustrious crew.
Kiana, how are you so close to the end of the road?
I'm doing okay. I am coming off of hour 12 or 13 of writing this goddamn research report. It is 10 pages long, not including references.
Oof.
I'm dying a little on the inside, but it's okay. I'm here. I'm ready to go off into space with a lovely crew. Maybe beat up an air genie. I don't know. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know what E doesn't know what's happening anymore. So that works out because I'll play E for everyone's favorite murder robo, Warforged Barbarian, who's just here along for the ride, honestly. They're not on the bounty, so they're just going along to make sure their friends don't die.
I mean, that means you're part of it, so never discount yourself there, E. And last but not least here, Greg, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Pruitt. How are you? I'm here for another wonderful Tuesday evening at WebDM, where we're going to be taking to the stars in Starward Bound. I'm going to be playing your favorite halfling arcane trickster, Elry Tossbottle. I might even imbibe a glass or two of wine tonight. I seldom touch the stuff. But tonight, let's have a little fun and shoot for the stars. Back to you, Pruitt.
Professional. I am broken. Happy birthday, Greg. Wait, Greg, is it your real birthday?
Yes, today I was conceived. No, I was.
Whoa! You were in utero for a year?
I'm like an elephant. I'm.
Cersei could
I wasn't ready for a Q&A. I was ready. I had my intro planned, and that was all I had really worked out. So yes, today is my birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday, sir.
Thanks.
I will make an effort not to kill your character on the day of your birth.
Go right ahead.
So, where do we find our crew? We find our crew currently in the Plane of Fire. They were a bounty, you see, while visiting the Heliac Sphere. The situation as it was led to them being absconded with by a a fire elemental of some repute, Voronskaya, calling himself the guardian of the 84th Outer Gate. The crew decided to go with him because his bounty was to Akari Soraki, an air elemental, an air genie that the party had run into once before, and they made off with a little something of their own. And now that's come back to bite them. So, being good, honest people, they decided to go along with Voronskaya to be turned in as bounty. And subsequently, they turned on Voronskaya and killed him. They find themselves now, after passing through the 84th Outer Gate, finding themselves in the plane of fire via a volcano, climbing up out of its caldera, down the side, to the staircase, almost like a stairway to heaven, if you were into such things. But 50 feet up, they feel a rumble, a churning, a shaking. And as they cling to this gossamer glass staircase, they look in the distance, and they see the 84th Outer Gate, once placid and still, begin to erupt and shake the other volcanoes surrounding it in the mountains of creation. And that is where we're going to pick up with the party ascending to the plane of air. But do they still have business here in the plane of fire? That is where I leave you as the camera pushes in, again, about 50, 60 feet up on this very tiny glass staircase. What do you do as another tremor shakes? And everybody go ahead and give me a dexterity save, because this is a pretty violent one. And so let's see if you manage to maintain your grip.
Natural 20!
Oh. 26.
11.
Okay, yeah, Dakul with practice ease and Elry with the experience of sailing almost every ocean he's ever seen. You don't even y'all don't even grab the center pole of the staircase. But E, on the other hand, begins to tumble and begins to fall.
It's a very terrible clanging noise all the way down.
Yeah, well, you just kind of like tumble out to the side and kind of fall out into open space a little bit.
This is fine.
I'm sure you'll be fine. You take 14 damage.
Okay.
Whoa.
I was waiting on this.
Yes.
You don't just roll this shit before you talk to me.
Well, I was just...
Boom.
Okay.
Okay.
So yes, as E begins to tumble and fall past Elry, and it's like, this is fine. Like, Elry extends his magic, and E writes.
Actually, you know what? I don't want my best friend down amongst the fire. So I'm casting. What is that? That's an action, though. Okay, yeah, I have to do. Never mind. Yeah, Featherfall.
It's fine.
So, but E rights themselves and lightly lands on the ground at the base of the staircase, and there's another tremor that runs through the ashen plain which y'all crossed.
He wants to be like, oh, thank you, Elry, and just go back to the base of the stairs, and we'll just start coming back up again.
Okay.
They're super unfazed.
Dakul is still on the stairwell, so he's going to look out and just do kind of like a spot check to see if anything is coming towards us. And if so, how close is it?
Okay. Give me a perception. And, anybody, if you want.
Yeah, well, I didn't see a thing. That was a 1.
9.
Yeah, Elry's looking at E as he, saved their life, and Dakul, maybe that last tremor actually shook you, and you looked around as you're looking. I mean, you don't see anything coming towards you. The only thing you see is the volcano from which y'all emerged, where it was still and placid. It is now beginning to erupt, and it's like arcs of fire and magma begin spewing out. It's still not as violent as the volcanoes in the strip of mountains that it resides in, but it's beginning to erupt.
That thing's no longer flaccid. It's beginning to spew. We must climb this phallic artifice in a direction.
Everyone, prepare for a whole stream of this.
I mean, if you're into it, just, if you don't mutter the safe word, it'll never.
I welcome it. I welcome it.
Okay.
The safe word, of course, is kumquat, just in case we have forgotten.
Or loudly, whichever you prefer. Hey, you just crossed a line with me, and we are now going there, and I'm not.
We're like tag team partners. Go through it.
Yeah. Ken is dead. Sorry, everyone out there. It might get a little filthy tonight, but you can blame me because of a GIF I posted. Ask Emma about it when she gets here. So anyway, so what do y'all do? Do you stay to investigate further the volcano that is exploding right now where it was placid? Or do you continue to climb?
The cool's definitely going to continue to climb. Once he looks down and he sees that E's all good, he's going to continue to head up the stairs.
Okay. So you begin to climb. And as you do, you notice that the glass of the stairs, it almost looks like it gets less material, more see-through, until finally, like, it actually looks like it's just like the stairs are made of some kind of like almost like an ethereal mist or something. And you circle the staircase up higher. You continue to climb, and you're not really sure how long you were climbing. You leave the heat that, even though it really didn't affect you, you could still feel it. That kind of subsides, and the soft glow of the plane of fire kind of recedes below you, and then you look down again maybe, and you see that now it's just kind of a bank of clouds. And you look up and you crest the top of the stairs, and you realize at first you're like, are we standing in a cloud? And then you see the ground kind of resolve a bit, and you are standing on a small patch of earth just kind of floating in the air. In the distance, you see a string of these earthen bergs kind of tethered together with vines and some bridges, but it's far in the distance as you kind of made your way up. And now it literally looks like the six of you are just kind of standing almost shoulder to shoulder because of the small size of this. But you managed to all get up and look out across, and you're pretty sure you are in the domain of Akari Soraki.
This is like a horrible case of deja vu. Well, team, should we head towards the castle again?
If
please.
If we are to conclude our business with this air genie that you appear to have accrued a bounty with, then that would be the direction to go. Yes.
I feel like we're walking yet again into certain death. It's not going to be bleak.
Well, it is either that or constantly running from that certain death.
Yeah.
I prefer a straight fight to all this sneaking around. I got a couple words for that air genie, by God. Says
Only
Elry.
a couple.
Elry, I admire your vigor in the face of what could be certain death. I am just hoping that the volcanic fumes are not messing with your head a bit. This is a quite formidable opponent.
Fuck him.
For that. And with that, Nakul's gonna, do what he typically does in a new situation. Roll up. Look around and see if these floating mounds of ground that's around, if they are attached if they're all attached by vines, and just see if there's a way to gradually work our way up.
Well, the one that y'all ascended to is floating by itself. In the distance, you do see his domain. He called himself the Prince of 1,000 Mountains. But you'd have to get over there.
So are the other many mountains or land masses that are close to us, is there any feasible way that we can traverse, or are they so far away that we're just kind of just stranded on just this island?
Well, they're about, the nearest one is probably a couple of 100 feet at least. I mean, come on, y'all are 11th level characters.
Yeah. Good. Should we begin? We could always scream for help. I do not advise that theory. It was a joke.
I never scream for help unless I'm asked to in a particular corner. Flashbacks, everybody. Buckle up for them.
It's always the things that you make up in the moment that get codified and remembered. We don't need to talk about that corner anymore. Zico's like, what corner is he talking? Never mind.
Always remember the corner. It's just like, remember the main.
Remember the Alamo.
Okay, are we gonna? This guy's a genie. He seemed formidable when Dakul was painting for him, and E404 stole that diamond. And
wait, what?
What? Listen, some of it might be cloudy, but let's just remember that this guy wants to kill us, and he's put a bounty out on us. And Greedo could be next. We have to make sure that we're not caught unawares. We should have a plan. How do we want to go about this?
Just for clarification, it's partly cloudy, Greg.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Well, we do not know if he wants to kill you exactly. The bounty simply said that he wanted this party delivered alive as well.
I say that we turn ourselves in, collect our own bounty, and then kill him.
I do not think that's how bounties work.
That's exactly how they work. It doesn't say you can't turn yourself in. Wanted dead or alive. What? Okay, let's go.
I feel like, as you keep speaking of this incident as if it is a result of miscommunication, that we should try speaking with him first and try to clear up any form of misunderstanding.
I just got struck by a DM private message that informed me of something that could benefit us. You're not on the bounty per se. Perhaps you could return us for the bounty, get paid, and then we kill him.
I still do not know why our solution at the very end is to kill him.
I don't know either. This is the way of the world, E. I mean, maybe someday when we're rulers on high, we can make the rules. But right now, we got to follow them. And tonight, we got to kill a genie.
I feel like that should be very much a secondary plan.
Agree to disagree, but okay, whatever. Just that'll be plan E. Killing the genie.
That sounds like a plan. So I suppose me and TK and Zico will be the people turning you in?
Yes.
We're already here, and and judging from looking around, I don't think there is no way out of this area unless it is through the genie.
How are we gonna get off this Earthberg? What are we doing? Like Zico's like kind of freaked out, looking over the edge.
Poor buddy.
He's lived his entire life inside of a sphere, so being in a completely open space, he's like literally like you see him sweating and looking around and kind of freaking out.
Oh, you suffer for agoraphobia. That is cute. Well, we can always scream his name. He's a genie. He could hear us. Is there anything? Dakul is going to walk to the edge of the mound.
Okay, you take like a step and you're at the edge.
Oh, okay.
Like,
and just
like you're literally, it's probably like 12 feet in diameter, like, and there's 6 people on it. So y'all are kind of like, there's not a lot of room to move.
This is a super close conversation.
Yeah.
This is like, I think that we should go kill him.
Why is that always the option? Yeah.
Dakul is just going to simply just look down. I mean, he's looked everywhere 360 and up. Just look down and
you look down, and you know, there's like I said, it's kind of this little Earthberg is kind of emerging from a kind of a bank of clouds, but you know, they kind of blow by, and every now and again you can kind of catch in the ambient light, you can see almost like a glimmer on the staircase going down. But other than that, down looks like it just keeps going. Looks like you could fall forever. But you know, after a while, you would probably splat on the plane of fire.
Dakul is going to kind of just like give a sigh because he knows that they're pretty much stuck. And then he's just going to have just a moment of why not? Because he still has the helm that from his last slayed victim of the fire plane. And he's going to put it on just to see what happens.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
The helm that he left after we defeated him, the magical. I'm assuming, I don't know what it is, tell you the truth.
I don't like the look on Pruitt's face right now.
Okay. So you put the helm on.
Hold on.
You drink the poison.
To look around and say, I am at the loss of words of and how we could get out of this situation. But we do have one additional tool that we did not have before. We have this helmet. Who knows what it could do? But I know we don't have a lot of elbow room. So it could be something that blows us off of this small rock into the depths of the unknown. Should I try it?
Can I analyze it, please?
I'm getting like distinct Thor Ragnarok vibes from this helmet. Like it's Surtur. Like as soon as we put it on, I'm here to kill Asgard. Right. All right.
I'm not so derivative. Come on.
Can I do an Arcana check on this, Pruitt, please?
Sure. You could do an Arcana check on it. Yeah.
Can I do one too? Can we double team?
Yeah. If y'all, whoever wants can make the roll with advantage.
Ooh.
If you are helping each other.
I got a 19. Plus 3 is 22. What?
So, I mean, y'all collaborate, and you look at the helm. Recalling all of your interactions with Voronskaya when he was wearing it, you do remember him, especially in the fight down at the base of the staircase. He threw out almost like a smoke spirit guardians, and right before that happened, you saw it glow in the wake of the burst of flame. Right after that, you remember a distinct glow coming from it when the staircase was extended up from the forge on the other side in the prime material plane. You distinctly remember him touching his helmet and it lighting up and him muttering a few more words, but the staircase extending. I mean, you know, anybody who knows anything about magic, if this was left behind, it probably has some vast importance to The gate, probably. It's linked somehow. You just have that feeling.
He was talking about how he was the cork that was stopping up everything, and this helmet was the thing that he used to do a lot of his power. I have divined that it is very powerful.
Oh. Yeah, I had volunteered to be architect, but I feel that this is way over my pay grade. If there is someone who has more courage than myself to wear the helm, by all means, here you go. Other than that, I will continue to ash this blunt in it until we have a decision.
Okay. He's going to take the helm.
Yes.
It's like a Spartan helm, right? With like the
it's kind of an overdone Spartan helm. The points come like way down. They're very angular as far as the eye slits go. The rune itself is a little devious. I don't know. It looks. You're not really sure.
It's just meant to look really intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously in some form of primordial. Does anybody speak primordial here?
Nope.
I mean, the text, the symbol itself. I mean, it crawls like flame, right? And it's, I mean, given everything else, your suppositions are lining up to the general truth of the matter.
I remember when I was a young halfling, one of the number one stories that was taught to me by my great grandpa, Tallywhacker, was that he said, whenever you find a mysterious magical item that you cannot identify, give it to your strongest melee fighter and have them don it. And then he lost several parties, but those were all just happens. I think we should have Eve put it on.
Yes.
You won't get any arguments from me. As he continues to ash the butts in the helmet.
Well, each trust their friends.
Okay.
Fuck it, I'm gonna put it on.
You put the helmet on. Okay.
Oh, let's go.
All right. Give me a charisma saving throw.
Fuck.
That helmet wasn't nice.
Nope. Not tonight. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a 10.
It was a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The dice tell the story. E404.
Uh-huh.
You're not currently raging, right?
Nope.
Okay, cool. You take 20 fire damage as you go to move to put this helmet on, and heat just envelops your entire head, your hands, and it's almost as if you feel this helmet almost like kind of like pop off your head, like propel, and it kind of clanks to the ground in front of you, like as it kind of pops out of your hands.
Oh.
Can I just add one quick thing to help maybe possibly save my friend? Are we still touched with the thou shalt not burn ash that we had earlier? Could that possibly save her?
Yeah. It still happens.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Evil just like watch it. Huh. That was odd.
And you see it almost glow slightly red for a second, and then it looks like it cools. It's just sitting on the ground.
Dakula will pick it back up and continue to ash his blunt. Well, at least we know what not to do. All right. But we are still stuck here.
Does anybody else try it?
No, because that would kill Elry.
Whew.
Come on, E, you don't want to try it again?
Let's not get real beat up right before we go fight the.
Yeah, and also charisma is literally E's lowest.
Oh, my charisma's okay. Okay, can I do like another check on it just to see if there's any writings or we pretty much know everything that we know just to save time?
Here's the problem. There's writing on it, but if you don't speak primordial, you might be a little out of luck.
Wait a minute. What do flumps speak? Oh, they're telepathic.
They're telepathic. Yeah, doesn't matter.
I'm a tad bit charming for my charisma. There's a man who has already survived, taking a lit object into the Phlogiston and survived. I'll make a gamble. The Cool takes one deep hard drag, flicks the rest of the blunt into the unknown, and he's going to attempt to put it on.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
So you begin to slide the helmet on as the smoke contrails from the J kind of dissipate on the wind. And it slides over your head and give me a charisma save.
What's my charisma? +3. Come on, baby. Give me something. Oh, I got 11 +3. So that's 13. 14.
You got a 14?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You slide the helmet on your head and you feel the helmet heat up and it does burn your hands a little bit. You take 5 fire damage, but the helmet stays on your head and you feel the weight of it. And it feels like it's just like weighing you down, like a piece of armor, and you don't ever wear armor. But even beyond that, like it has a weight to it that it hurts to keep your head up. And go ahead and give me a strength check.
$15 16.
Okay, yeah, y'all see Dakul's knees buckle a little bit in his head, like stay on, and you manage to stand up, and you feel that feeling kind of recede, and you're like, okay, and everyone else but Dakul, anyone that can see the front of his face, you see that symbol begin to light up at the center. And then that light extend out through each contrail and line until it lights the entire helmet. And then there is a flash of bright light. And everyone on the Earthberg, Dakul is gone. Dakul, you blink.
Yes.
One moment you're on the Earthberg staring at your friends who are staring at you, like watching you just try to stand up straight. And you blink, and you are on a plain of pure ash. It extends out in every direction, save one. Right in front of you, there is a lone mountain. Not a mountain, though. You see a small stack of smoke coming up from its peak, and you feel a rumble in the ground. And that rumble begins to almost take your feet before the peak of this mountain explodes and incinerates. And fire and magma begin shooting off in every direction. And in that immense conflagration, you see wings throw out, wings of fire that begin to throw the explosion and the smoke out of the way. And it is at that moment that you see an immense dragon. Its wings made of fire itself. And after only just a few beats, it covers the distance, which it seemed miles away. but in only a few beats of its wings, it is upon you to cool. And all four paws slam down onto the ashen desert on which you stand, smoke rushing past you, catching in your eyes maybe. And then it cranes its head down and looks at you with these fiery pinpricks of eyes. And you feel a rumble in your chest as it starts to speak. A new applicant, is it?
Oh, I believe he might be in a bit of trouble. Yes, good, sir. Applicant, you say? I am sorry to have...
You have donned the helm. You are here. You are an applicant. And he kind of cranes his head a little bit closer to you to see the symbol. The 84th gate. Very well. So you dispatched Voren's Sky.
Yes, he has been. And then Dakul's gonna, get a little more confidence in him. Yes, he has been defeated.
Did he explain to you what comes next?
Not exactly. The fight was quick. What comes next?
Well, there's the interview to see if you're worthy.
Well, I am a warrior, so I am worthy of much. What exactly will this position entail?
I asked the questions at this interview. As the guardian of the 84th Outer Gate, why do you think you deserve this position?
Well, obviously, your former doorman was not fit for the position.
You see him narrow his eyes at that moniker. And he starts moving in a little closer. I didn't ask about the former. I asked why you want this position.
I want the position because I want the power associated with it.
Why do you think you deserve that power?
Because I know who is worthy to be a part of this world and who is not. It is important for someone to screen whoever it is who has access. You'll find no one better.
Well, that is what we are doing right now. Final question. How hard is it to kill you?
Yeah, quite difficult. For even if you kill my flesh, my legend will live on forever.
You have a streak of arrogance. Good. Tell me, When you look upon me, what do you see? And give me a perception or investigate check. Whichever you prefer.
Oh, thank you. It's 15. It's 20. Dirty 20.
Okay, cool. As he asks this question and you kind of maybe like squint a little bit, it's at this that you see the head of this immense dragon that has been like literally like 2 feet away from you, talking to you and just like resonating your whole body a little bit anytime it spoke. You see like a flicker and you see almost right through it to the heart of it. And when you do that, you see the form of a humanoid. There's still something draconic about him. He still has wings, but he resides within this shell, this image that you see. It's pretty safe that you're pretty sure you're looking at like an illusion, like an illusory dragon, and you're seeing kind of to the heart.
I see someone who is wise enough to know the importance of perceived power, but I also respect the intelligence it takes to make one large in life. I respect your decision and your outlook. However, I may not necessarily tremble at your presence as of yet.
And simultaneously, you see the dragon, its mouth kind of curl up into a wicked smile, revealing just rows of teeth, as internally you see this figure stride forward, kind of through the illusion itself. And as he reaches the face of it, the illusion kind of breaks behind him, and just kind of, it almost falls like if water was like if fire was water. It just kind of tumbles to the ground and rolls to either side in his wake. Though he is tall, again, he's like a draconic features, but humanoid, scaly skin, red, his eyes lit in fire almost. His wings still made of fire. And he cranes his head down at you. Good. I approve. And he reaches out and touches you on the forehead. And you blink. And you are back in the plane of fire at the base of the glass staircase. In the distance, you feel the gate beginning to erupt. You feel the magic that was holding it, containing it, unraveling. And unraveling fast. You feel this, Dakul. As sure as you feel breath enter and leave your body. It flows through you. This place no longer feels warm. It feels nothing. You feel absolutely nothing as you stand here in the plane of fire. No heat, no breeze. But you do feel the gate.
Now, cool. Take a moment to soak that moment in, and enter what he typically does in his state of meditation and think deliberately on his environment and more importantly, where his friends are. Is the staircase by me as well?
Oh, like I said, you are literally at the base of it. It extends straight up above you.
Dakul will in his meditation will settle himself,
mm-hmm.
and calmly walk up the stairs to meet his friends.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
If you had Arcana, if you have Arcana that you can add that in.
Oh, yeah, that's better. Oh, it's the same. Okay. 19. So that's a 21.
Okay. As you kind of like settle yourself, as you sit there and just kind of center yourself at the base of the stairs, you can feel the staircase extend up to the limits of where fire and air kind of intermingle. As you like look up and see all the smoke from these volcanoes kind of flowing over you, and the staircase kind of piercing that fog bank. And when you think about it, you feel like if you just reached out, like you would be right there.
Nicole will take a deep breath, settle himself yet again, and concentrate on pulling himself closer to that gate, closer to his friends.
Okay.
Mentally and physically.
Go ahead.
So mentally and physically, mentally thinking in it, and he's physically like, making that motion.
Okay. As you kind of reach out, Dakul, you open your eyes, and your hand is on the center pole of this staircase, and you are above that fog bank. And you look up, and you can see the bottom of that earthberg, as it seems like you are at the border between fire and air.
I would reach out to what I think would be the border and attempt to put my hand.
Okay. I mean, you do. You. It's one of those things where you don't feel anything really physically, but in your soul, as you cross it, you go from like nothing to a cool breeze of air on your skin. As you can feel yourself leave the plane of fire completely and fully into the plane of air.
Can I see my friends? Can I see my comrades?
Well, you see the Earthberg above you, where they were, where y'all climbed to originally. It's not that far away.
Yeah, I will. I'll do the same thing towards the bird, as presumably willing myself closer to the bird and see if that works. If not, I'm a climb it.
Well, it's not that far away. You feel your sword. Almost, you see feel the gem in the mouth of the dragon of your dragon bone sword light up as it has done before, and you bamf 30 feet up closer.
Okay, that'll work. Am I closer? Yeah. Yeah. So I'll bamf closer, right next to my crew.
You still have a few more stairs to climb to get to them, but I'm just saying that when you did that, it wasn't like it was down in the plane of fire. It was your sword that did it, is all I was trying to relay.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely picked that. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah. So now Dakul is definitely understanding what he can and cannot do with the helm outside of the realm of fire, as far as traveling is concerned. And he will walk the rest of the stairs up. And still halfway, like walking on a cloud of uncertainty, and yell, well, not scream out, but say everybody's name.
Listen, I'm telling you, he's dead. Oh shit.
Yeah, it's been about half an hour. Everyone, about half an hour of y'all just like kind of like, and Dakul like crawls back up, like still wearing the helmet.
Oh, are you all right, Dakul?
Yes. Something interesting has happened. I believe I might be the new doorman.
Oh, that is interesting.
This little doohickey has granted me gainful employment. I am the 84th
The guardian of the 84th gate.
Outer gate.
Yes,
Outer gate.
the 84th outer gate.
There are a ring of inner gates also. So I just want to make sure that distinction.
There's a distinction there.
Were you filling out the paperwork for your W-2? I mean, what the hell's going on, Nicole?
I am still a little confused as well. There was a dragon and then a man who was not a dragon, and then I had to take a test, and here I am.
So you
yes,
are. So you are in control of the gate that splits between the fire plane and the heliac sphere.
And after actually hearing E say it, the cool's gonna straighten his chest up and straighten his back and stick his chest out. Yes, E, I believe I am.
So you are the only thing that is holding any form of fiery doom from the heliac sphere.
Exactly. So, Nicole, if I kill you and we go back to the heliac sphere, that means everything will be consumed in flames, right?
Oh, slow down. Let's slow down with the killing talk. And wait a minute. Oh shit, I am in charge of. Oh no. With that,
how did you get yourself into this?
With that, Dakul is going to try and take the helmet off. To have a breather from, to kind of like separate himself from what he knows to be true.
Okay. Give me a Constitution save.
All right. Another 11, 14.
Yeah, you try to take the helmet off, and it literally does not move. And as you kind of struggle against it, you feel it heat up on your hands.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. It is stuck. It's stuck.
Also,
appears-
Dakul, can you give me a Constitution save, please?
Yes. Dirty 20.
Okay. You feel a wave of nausea overwhelm you for a second from within. And you know in your heart of hearts this has nothing to do with you. You feel this imbalance somewhere in your soul, like something is wrong, but not with you.
Dakul immediately takes his hands off the helm.
No, it's still there. No, this happened after that.
Oh, but it didn't. Oh, yeah. The helm is still on my head, so
Yeah.
I'm just.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying this has nothing to do with your attempt. That it heated up, you stopped, okay, and then all of a sudden you felt this quake from within, kind of flow over you, and it's there. Like you can't ignore it now. Like it's.
Dakul is going to, say out loud, something is amiss.
Yeah, you're wearing a helmet you can't take off.
Yeah, that is true. Something deeper, more troubling.
Well, it appears you perhaps have a connection, as you are the new guardian of the 84th Outer Gate.
Yes, that very well could be.
Perhaps there is something wrong there.
Yes, I think there is trouble down below. Dakul's probably more than likely going to feel compelled to have to go back. I think there's unfinished business with the Fire Realm. I think I must go back. And Dakul's going to give like that look like he just got done peeing on the rug.
Can we describe that look?
Yeah, like what do you... Yeah, there you go. Okay.
I don't want to be fire gate guy. I don't want to be doing. Sorry.
Okay. So
walk towards closer to the gate. That uneasiness is definitely going to guide him without even asking consideration from his friends on that, and head towards the gate. Yeah, head back down.
Okay, so you're gonna go back down the staircase.
Yeah, to see if it's ripping the soul.
Well,
if it's that type of uneasiness, then yeah. Just to see if it subsides or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sensation beyond physicality. It is something deeper, more inherent now. And so as you head down and approach the last little kind of gray fog bank and start passing through it, and DeCool, as you feel the cool air of the plane of its namesake leave you, and you kind of go back into that. I mean, it's almost like a hyperbaric chamber for of sensation, where you go back and you're perfect again externally. Okay. You feel nothing out of the ordinary. You kind of smell the cinder and smoke of the volcanoes in the range of or mountains of creation. Mm-hmm. But that feeling of nausea becomes more acute and focused, and you almost feel it pulling at your chest in the direction of the 84th gate. As you're kind of now, you're like high in the sky and you're like looking down from a bird's eye, not a quite bird's eye view, but in the distance. And you can see, you like with crystal clarity, DeCool, you can see the gate. You can see its peak. You can see the mountain running up. You can see the staircase that y'all walked, as if you're looking like right at it, like if you were walking on it, but you are still in the staircase. But as you look at your gate, you can see every detail of it. You can feel the unbalance of its lava. Its caldera is shaking with a bound energy that seeks to be released.
I'm going to head towards that impulse. Head towards the gate.
Okay. So everyone, was everyone following to cool down? As he really? I don't know. Like DeCool went down the stairs and started heading down. Did y'all?
He probably went at least a little bit to be like, where are you going?
What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, he's just the kind of oh, well, my friend is wandering off. I'm going to go check on them kind of situation. I'm going to follow up for at least a bit.
Okay. Well, you follow DeCool down the stairs through the last little fog bank, and you see him kind of stopped, and he looks out, and then you would basically see what looks like a dart of fire shoot from where DeCool is on the staircase and straight towards the 84th gate, like in a split second, just like a mote of flame. And DeCool, you're standing on the lip of the volcano of the 84th gate as you move towards your gate, your home, and you feel home as you stand here and you look down and you feel the energy that yearns to be released, the power, pure primordial power is at your fingertips. All you have to do is reach out. All you have to do is release it. Use it. Let it be an extension of yourself. You almost feel yourself, these things saying to you, use it. It is yours by right, by might, by blood. Use it. DeCool, can you make me another charisma save?
12 and 15.
Okay. You reach your hand out and you feel the lava begin to bounce, but you close and you shut that impulse off. But you know that all you had to do was will it, and it would be glorious. You could have it all, anything you wanted.
Do I want this? Is that compelling feeling something that I want, or do I still have my wits about me? Is it?
This is a voice. This is a voice whispering in the corner of your subconscious to cool. You look out. You see the situation for what it is. This is yours. You're the fucking guardian of the 84th outer gate. This gate is yours by right, and you can do with it as you please.
Okay.
Cutting from there as Dakul is staring out over the lava. You were the first down the staircase. You saw Dakul zip over, head straight towards the volcano of the 84th outer gate. What do you do?
You're a little at a loss. It's like,
it's a little whiplashy. Yeah.
That just happened. They're going to stay for a moment and just like see if anything changes about the landscape, any of the volcanoes chill the fuck out, anything like that, just to see if like did anything happen, basically.
In the distance, you still see the volcano of the 84th gate. It's still continuing to randomly sput and spurt and spurt out lava. It is nowhere near as active as all you look into like infinity. You see this mountain range go into the distance, just all volcanoes and smoke and ash. And so, but there is one little spot where it is not as violent, and that's the gate y'all came from. And it's still, like I said, random, light.
Okay.
But it has not stopped.
Cool. He's gonna wait another moment. See if Dakul will come back. Okay, so it's just Dakul. And if they got no response, they're just gonna head back up.
So you're gonna head back up?
Yeah.
So E comes back up to the little Earthberg to report what they saw. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, that was odd.
Listen, as Elroy comes down the steps. Listen, I don't know what he's up to, but he's apparently gone deep undercover. We don't have helmets, so we have to decide, are we going to hang out here in the elemental plane of fire, or are we going to go up and fight a genie?
I still do not know why we have to fight the genie.
I don't make the rules, E404. I don't know. All I know is that you all left me and then came back with all these new rules. I'm just trying to abide by them after my abandonment.
I am sorry about that. Really.
I believe you, E404. So what do we do?
Well, while I was down here, I saw Dakul just I must make the assumption, go to the gate, as he just turned into a streak of fire and went right there. It did not seem to have changed at all in terms of its activity, but it is not worsening. So I can only imagine that means things are perhaps stable.
We have a new normal here, E. I mean, I guess they're as stable as they're going to get now that Dakul is a doorman for hell. I mean...
Well, it's not hell. It's the fire plane.
Potato. I've heard that he has several duties that he must perform.
What are they, Elry?
Well, from what I've heard is that whenever you become an elemental door person, that you have to, 1, guard the gate, 2, sign for all UPS packages, 3, high five children of divorce, and 4, have a sassy relationship with other door people. That's what I've heard.
I am curious as to where you have heard this from.
You didn't go with me into the corner. There was a lot of wise knowledge bestowed in the corner.
Can I get a perception check from Elry and E as you are arguing, and TK and
both of us are on the stairs. Elry joined, met halfway basically.
Oh, okay.
That is a 8. But my passive perception would be a 15. So if you think that maybe peripherally I'm still...
Okay. E?
18.
Yeah. Elry, you hear like a distant... Is that under? You're not sure? E, as you're kind of like arguing on the stairs or talking on the stairs, like you looking up at Elry in the distance, you can clearly see at the edge of, about 250 feet away at the edge of these earthbergs that are all tethered together, at the closest one to you, there is a rain cloud, and it is raining on a very particular figure, someone you've never seen before. But they're just sitting there staring out across the void at all of you.
Cool. That's great. And Hilda is up there still.
Yeah, Hilda is up on the Earthberg with Zico and TK.
Mm-hmm. And Jakul went somewhere. And so he would be like, lowering their voice as much as they can. They do not really have the function to whisper.
Gotta write that subroutine.
I think that someone has found us.
And with us being as stealthy as we've been.
Yes, just yelling at each other over a staircase in the wind. Yeah, Elry, as E points this out, you might look over your shoulder and you definitely see a familiar face, but one a tad more forlorn than you remember last time. You remember Akari Soraki as boisterous and bigger than life, and he was always laughing even as he talked. And you look across and you see like shoulder slumped and him just staring out across, looking like the very personification of emo music, as sheets of rain sluice down over him, just kind of dripping from his chin.
He's got that Cure haircut.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like where it was kind of wild and free and flowing. It is now kind of just matted to the side of the side of his face. And he just...
Does he have eyeliner too? Is this what's happening here?
He did at one point. He did at one point, but you can see it streaked down his cheeks, through his beard, into his neck. But he's just standing there. And also, Elry, you remember him being like really, really tall. Like he was like 12, 14 feet tall of just pure like genie elemental. And like even at this distance, you're like, he's maybe 6 feet. Like, he's just kind of like, he's like the size of a normal humanoid as he's just kind of sitting there staring out.
Oh my God, E. Look what's become of him.
I do not have a reference point as to what he previously looked like.
Well, he used to be really tall and powerful, way less emo. But look at him now. He's small. This only means one thing, E. We can take this fucker. If we get over there right now, we can kill this son of a bitch and be done with it.
I would still like to speak with him first. Or perhaps we can resolve this without violence.
Sure. Did you hear Morrissey playing?
You're pretty sure you hear Morrissey fading off and the Cure starting up. And maybe Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah, and he will just be like, I am not as good at talking as you are, but if I am supposed to be the one turning in the bounty, I suppose it will have to be me, or TK808, or Zico.
Well, I tell you what we can do is we can say that you had ensorcelled me, and that is the reason why everything was stolen. So I will return you as the bounty, and that way I'll do the talking.
He's like worrying intensifies as they're trying to process this. Yeah, it's basically like the fans just kick up a notch. I do not know how plausible of a situation that is.
Well, here I'm just going to tie you up, but not really. Like it's going to be like you could like flex and and I'll say, "This is the creature that ensorcelled me, Eviticus 404us," and then you look really mad, and then I will say, "I am sorry for whatever you think I did, but it was this one. And where's the bounty?" And then I'll talk. I'll take point on this one. No worries. And he starts waving towards the rain cloud.
Oh,
Hey! Hey, shoplifters of the world, unite! Come on!
You see that like rain cloud descend in front of him, and he steps out on it, and it pushes off from the Earthberg and slowly begins to head towards you. Now the rain is falling up towards him as it kind of falls up into like a fountain and then off to the side and back towards some form of gravity well.
That's dedication to emo.
Yeah.
Right there.
He is a mood right now, okay? He's a mood, okay? And it takes longer than you'd like, but he takes his time as he moves over just like slowly. And after like 5 minutes to cross 250 feet, he just kind of, his little rain cloud bumps into the Earthberg that your party is standing on.
Greetings, Genie. We are here to talk to you. What's up?
Elry. It is you.
It is I.
Yes. What brings you here? You
Apparently,
decided to turn yourself in?
No, I've come to discuss the bounty that has been placed on my friends and me erroneously.
Erroneously? You shattered my world.
Oh, shit.
All that was lovely in my life, and you turned it to darkness. My art, my collection, cast, bereft in a sea of shadow, never to be seen again because of your careless actions.
We can definitely take this guy. I mean, that's a terrible thing. What can we do to help you and stop the bounty that plagues us as we walk the mortal realms?
Well, you're here. At least you want to make some recompense, I would have to agree. The question is, Master Tossbottle, what can you do to help me? How can you replace that which was lost? How can you set aright that was taken out of the light and cast in shadow? Ugh.
It's easy. I will teach you what my wise Grandpa Tallywhacker once taught me, that true beauty lies within, but lower. What?
Lower how?
Well, for me, it meant something different. But for you, let's stick with inside. Do you remember the beauty that you saw and the way it made you feel?
I do. Once upon a time, when my hall was light, when the flickers of 1,000 gems played upon one another in a dance so elegantly crafted that it took 1,000 years to even bring into the world, all taken away in the snatch of a hand.
Let me ask you a question then. Why are you such an asshole? Why aren't you going to fight to get back this great vision that you once had? You just accept it. Every great vision, whether it be art or music or like DeCool's paintings, takes time and dedication. You can't just sit back and admire. You need to be an active participant in beauty.
But I was.
No, you weren't.
DeCool painted me in the most illustrious portrait. I had
you.
the perfect. Yes, I was part of art. I was
passive.
No, I would have shone like the brilliance of 1,000 suns had I been able to complete my collection. But no, under the treaty of hospitality that I extended to you, you breached it. Why do you? Semantics.
Listen to me.
It is what keeps the world together, semantics.
My God. Listen, Mr. Cloud, get yourself together. If you have one cavity, you don't pull all your teeth out. You address the problem and go on. So now we need to figure out how to make your world remarkable again.
Do you have 1,000 years to recreate that which was destroyed?
No, I'm not an asshole, at least not that big of one, but you are. You've got that time. It's time to what you had was just a first draft. You need to use what you had in your first draft and make something grander, bigger, more glittery, more whatever the fuck you want to stroke to, but just make it better.
First draft, you say?
First draft. Like all great art, there's always a first draft. If it's a sculpture, it's a painting, it's a drawing. If it's a poem, it's a line crossed out.
Give me perception or deception, however you're coming at this.
Persuasion or deception, yeah.
However you're coming at this, Ellery, give me a persuasion or deception.
Persuasion.
What's up, man?
Dirty 20.
You see him actually stop, and you notice, like, he doesn't stop, the rain stops. The cloud in which he's standing is still thundering. It is still threatening rain. But the updraft of sprinkles has fallen back once more. And he stands a little bit taller. Yes. I could create... Please tell me you could hear that.
I can hear it. Sounds
Wow.
glorious.
Sorry, I just tooted a little. It sounds like cats. I possibly, but Elry, you do understand the source of my pain, my frustration, though, don't you?
Yes, of course. Don't you think that every great artist hasn't felt the same pang before their masterpiece? That's why masterpieces are made. That's what makes artists and losers. Losers stop. They whine like cats. True artists take that pain, take that loss, and they grow it and they mold it into something better than what they originally envisioned. Don't be a loser.
I don't want to be a loser, Elry. But when I have lost, how else can I feel? All I ask, you do understand, Elry. I am glad that you are here, safe, whole, as the bounty instructed. Please, how can you make this right in my heart?
I have put you on the path, my friend. Your pain makes greater art. Why do you think I hang out with the cool? It's not for the drugs. Lie. It's because he's an artist, and I appreciate it.
But when I already had the masterpiece, you're the
Was
one
it though?
that besmirched it. It was almost complete. All I needed was one more piece, that which your friend provided. And when I went to go put it in its place, 1,000 years brought to a close of planning. In that moment, it was taken from me.
Or it was told to you that first 1,000 years was but the first step. Why build something that could be taken away so quickly? It's a lesson. Look at me. I'm 3 feet tall. I'm a halfling arcane trickster with a huge penis. I shouldn't be able to do the things that... I'm here to help you. I'm here to put you on the path.
What part of you is 3 feet tall?
That's my next 1,000 years. To share that with the whole universe.
Oh, these tears are not of laughter, they are of sadness. Elry.
Yes.
And he steps off of his cloud onto the ground in which you stand. And he reaches out and takes your hand in his. And you feel the charge of electricity as it touches. And holding his hand is like holding a 9-volt battery on your tongue, on your hand. You follow? Yeah.
Yes.
As your hand just kind of like thrums and feels a little numb from him clutching it. Elry, please. Can't you just say I'm sorry? That's all I want. You called me an asshole. I have done nothing to you. You have taken from me.
I tell you what.
He's just touching this with touching gradually. I believe the protocols would be to apologize sincerely, Elry.
E404, I appreciate what you're trying to say, but I'm not going to apologize. Not now. Not until his masterpiece is completed. Only then when I know what he has accomplished, I will come back. And upon its activation, I will apologize.
I do not think that's how it works, Elry.
Well, in that case,
that's how it works with art.
Elry,
I want to be here.
I give you a task.
Oh, fuck.
I give you a task then. And he reaches out and touches your forehead. And there is a spark that shoots right through to the core of your being. And you see it clearly. As clear as the day that you took it on those stairs trying to complete that spell. You see the piece in all of its facets, in its dimension, in its construction. It's as clear as day and as clear as anything has ever been to Elry. And you know that that is what you seek.
What do we do with that? I have no clue what we did with that.
You used it to
used a resurrection spell.
You used it to cast a wish spell.
A wish spell to bring.
To try to, I'm sorry. You used it to cast a resurrection spell, which then Dakul used a wish spell that he just got from completing the painting to get y'all out of there because you stole the thing from him, which incited his rage.
Mm-hmm.
Be glad you don't see his home. It's a wreck. Anyway. Bring it to me so that it can be complete once more. I beg you. Elry. Help
so
me.
you want me to do your art for you?
Elry, I want you to replace that which you took. You are the most frustrating of creatures I have ever met, and that is why you are special. You realize I would have snuffed out any other creature with a thought, snap of my fingers, and ash. But you...
I don't feel so good.
You wouldn't, trust me. You wouldn't, Mr. Stark. You would feel terrible. But this, whatever you have that you have, I see it as clear as day.
My huge penis?
That might be it. I'm not sure. It might be hiding behind the penis. I don't know. I don't interact with mortals that much, but when I do, it's generally pleasurable. But anyway, I digress. Find this. Help me finish this. And I will be in your debt.
Fine. But Elry reaches forward and he is going to cast prestidigitation, and he is going to touch the genie's forehead. But just before he does it, it looks as if his finger turns into a huge penis as he touches the forehead of the genie. I task you as well.
Yes.
You must strive from this point until the next point that we lay eyes upon one another to not have need of what I will provide for you, to grow beyond the constraints of your vision that you believe to be your masterpiece and grow to the next evolution of what is truly your masterpiece. So when I present to you this thing that you believe you need so much, that you need to create and look at and stop art, you will instead cast it aside as I have already done, because you know your masterpiece has just begun. Retract penis finger.
I will take your words into consideration. And with that, he takes one step back onto the cloud, and it slowly begins to retract, just as slow, towards his 1,000 mountains that he claims to be the prince of. About 5 minutes. But it does not begin to rain again.
We could have taken.
I feel like that process may have been simpler if you had just apologized.
I believed every word I said, E. I'm here to help Cloud Guy, whatever his fucking name is.
It's a Kari Saraki. If you write it down, it's a palindrome.
I don't care.
So you were tasked with replacing the missing thing?
I guess so. It's burned into my mind what I need to. But you know what?
And Elry, the thing is anytime, like when E mentions the thing, it is literally the only thing you can think about. It's like it's a compulsion in the back of your mind. Its essence, that memory of you taking it, it just kind of like, it's a thing where it's like a traumatic experience that Elry doesn't see as traumatic, so it just keeps popping up. The whole memory is kind of wrapped together with the perfect dimensions of this thing.
Listen, we're going to need the Commodore to get back here toot sweet, because I have been ensorcelled with some bullshit. You know what? Listen, why didn't you speak up? Because I got so caught up in saving my own ass that we should have asked how we can help to cool out. But I forgot to ask that.
You were very busy talking and trying not to apologize.
It's what I do, and that is sarcasm, E, and I applaud you for its correct usage.
Oh.
Yeah. Hilda speaks up as like, yeah, if y'all are done just diddling each other, let's get out of here. Come on. Maybe Nicole needs us.
I forgot you were here, Commodore.
I've been drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, E had no facial expressions, but there would be a whole face journey happening here. It's just like
Elry, you pretty sure you saw E like make a face at you, even though E can't make a face. It's that strong.
Yeah.
Fine.
So we should perhaps backtrack towards the gate.
Okay.
It's either that or finding wherever you came from within this place. The last time you were here.
Well, it stands to reason if Takul's the doorman, he can open the door for us to go back out.
That would make sense. However, we still have to traverse the entire fire plane, which took us several hours.
I got time.
And also, it is fiery.
Doesn't that stuff last 2 days? Isn't that what they said? A day or a night or a sunrise or some shit?
I do not remember. Also, time in the fire plane and here do not pass the same way that it does on the material plane.
You're filled with nothing but bad news, E404.
I have
usually
to consider all of them in order to make sure that we are doing the most logical choices. Not like we end up doing them most of the time.
More sarcasm. This is a banner fucking day for the Starward Bound crew.
We've been playing this game for a year. He's been around y'all for way too long.
No, I love it.
He has started writing a sarcasm subroutine. I love it.
Yeah.
Right. I always think whenever E404 is delivering a response, I always think of that original Terminator, like selected response screen that pops up. You know? Fuck you, asshole. You know, like that shit. So, you know, it's just like a brand new option at the bottom. It's like glowing and pulsing. Sarcasm, sarcasm.
Instead of Paragon and Renegade, it's yeah. It's sarcasm colored.
To the point. Sweet sarcasm.
Yeah, if this is a game, every so often there's a moment where it just goes down. There's a timer and you got a sarcasm repair. Yeah. I love it.
Hit B in 3 seconds.
Right.
All right.
Okay, let's go down and find DeCool, and then I'm gonna have him make a diamond, because if he's a fire guy now, he should be able to do something with coal. I've got this worked out. We're gonna clear the fucking plates here. Let's do it. Yes.
Go across the fire.
There we go. That's all I wanted to hear.
So y'all begin to ascend the staircase.
Yup.
Okay, y'all begin to head down towards the plane of fire.
DeCool, as soon as we get down there, DeCool.
And we will rejoin DeCool, standing at the cusp of brilliance, of excellence. If only he would just reach out and take it. DeCool, what are you doing right now as you stare at this lake of lava and fire just wanting to be released?
Yeah. The coal's in deep contemplation. So he's gonna get lit. Yeah. This is going to
just imagine you like hold a J out because you know this one arc of fire's coming by, and you just kind of as it streaks past your shoulder. Sorry, I'll shut up.
Yeah. The main thing that's on his mind, almost like in constant replay, what's going on in Elry's head regarding the dimensions of the gym is, I think I want the power. He's thinking of DeCool is thinking of all the crazy stuff and the voyages that they've taken and how they've had to react to just situation after situation, and now he's got real power. He can actually do something. And he's also thinking about him being potentially stuck before he reaches out to grab the power, which more than likely is exactly what's going to happen. DeCool wants to open up a door to the Earth realm. What's her name? Oh my gosh. What is it? Tiliana Seal?
Oh yeah, Tiliana Seal that y'all took away from the Forge and to the Dawn Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is with as a doorkeeper, am I only allowed to open that door where her lab is at, or can I open it in any Earth realm?
So you're trying to see beyond the gate. Is that what I'm taking?
I want to talk to her.
Okay. Give me an intelligence check.
Sorry. 13 into 15.
15? Yeah, you look down at the pool of lava from where you stand. You're kind of at the staircase that leads down into it that y'all came out of. And you see the area that you're staring at kind of resolve and almost clear a little bit. And you see the Skyforge below you, as if you were looking out from the sun, and you can see it passing beneath you. And there's no one in it. Those eagles that you rode up here are still sitting in the little forge area off to the side, but there is no one in the forge itself, and that is what you see as you look down.
Shit. Dakul's inner thought is he wants to react and do something and grab the power, but he has no idea what the consequences of those actions would be. In a moment when he has this type of power, he needs guidance. In this plane of fire, as a gatekeeper, is it possible to hear my friends if they are calling for me?
So you try to extend your senses to reach out to your friends.
Right. Is it like an extension of my awareness of the plane that I'm in?
Give me a perception check.
$12? 75, 12.
You think you can sense your friends re-entering the plane once again. Like, you kind of have that feeling like when you know your friend is on their way home or, you're going to see them again, that feeling is with you right now. It just kind of came upon you as you were thinking about it.
Okay. That would cause an absolute feeling of relief because like a 13-year-old kid that just got his first batch of fireworks, he wants to do some really fucked up and fun shit, but he doesn't want to do it by himself. So with a little bit of like glee in his heart, he wants to zap in whatever that direction is. If he does have that ability to transport his plane with that same speed and zest, is that possible?
So you do you look back at the staircase?
Yeah, I don't see Tiliana there, so she can't answer my questions, and he's way too scared to leave the plane right now without that feeling, that overwhelming feeling of uneasiness with that soul. He's not trying to experiment with that just yet without guidance, and he's way too proud to ask his employer for a starter's manual. So, the only other people of wisdom that he could talk to, or he's a friend, is his friends. So
okay.
You won't go down the stairs to the earthly plane, but he's going to zap to anybody that can at least halfway guide him before he makes a really stupid decision.
Okay. All right. So yeah, it takes you a bit, just because you're distracted with all these new sensations and responsibilities. Like you can kind of feel like you can start to feel the rigid expectations of order trying to impose themselves on you. Like, you're supposed to guard this gate. You're starting to have these sensations you've never had before, but they are existential. And you feel them being imposed upon you a bit. And you kind of turn around and look back at the staircase that you came from. And it takes you a minute, but you start to sense your friends descending the staircase. And just like that, you feel that sense of lighter than air and that heat in the rush. And everybody on the staircase, give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
16.
Yeah, Elry and E, y'all having conversation coming down the staircase, and you see this mote of fire rocketing towards you.
Well, that is either Dakul or something very dangerous.
And Dakul is standing on the stairs right below you as you finish that sentence in a puff of smoke and cinder. Helm on his head, and the symbol on his forehead is like burning radiant and kind of dims in the seconds as he is there on the stairs with you.
It appears it was the former.
Guys, this is a lot. This is a whole lot right now.
How are you doing? They're cool.
Not well. I want to fuck shit up, but I don't know if that's the right thing to do. That is, let me tell you, E, there is some shit going on over there that wants me to grab it and take it like a beautiful woman and just have my way. That's
Dakul, give me a charisma save as you begin talking about these feelings that you have, like this need to reach out and grab this power.
Sorry. There's 8. Oof.
An 8?
Yeah.
Dakul, you know this power is yours. You can do with it whatever you want. You should do with it whatever you want. You could do anything you fucking want. Why aren't you doing anything you want right now? Dakul. Anything. It's right.
It's mine.
And y'all see Dakul like kind of muttering to himself.
Oh, fuck. Hey, Dakul. Hey, buddy. Let's do fuck some shit up. I got an idea, and with prestidigitation, he casts a palm-sized version of the gem that he needs, and he says, "Hey, look at this. See this? I need like a diamond or some shit. Let's do it. Let's fuck shit up. Let's fuck some coal up. Let's get some coal and fucking press that coal shit and make a fucking diamond. Woo! Let's do this shit. Let's rock it." You can't. Oh, you can't do this. You can't.
What? Oh no, you don't understand. There is no such thing as cons for me. What are you talking? What? Give me a Charlie, please. I am looking for a reason to flex.
Well, I mean, all right, flex. See this? Make this out of fucking like perfect diamond.
Dakul, you have performance, don't you?
Yes.
As a Kinsey monk? Yeah.
Yes.
These words that your friend has put in your mind, you could do it. You could do anything. Show them what you can do. Just grab it.
Yes, Harry. I can definitely do this. In order to perform what he thinks he can do in his head, at a moment, do I need back at the cauldron for this, or is this feeling that I have? Is it
Cool?
Does he need to fire by that cauldron?
You already see yourself doing this thing that your friend, is that what you call him? Your friend, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
sure. Whatever, your friend. This is a paltry ask. This thing. All you'd have to do, you see yourself going back to the cauldron. You see yourself taking coal, pressing it into place. You see it forming, becoming carbon, becoming a diamond. You see yourself molding it into whatever shape you want. You have the power of fire and earth at your demand. It's just a matter of doing it. It's just a matter of executing it. It's all you have to do is do it.
Nakul says nothing. It just smiles wide. And grabs some earth from under his feet.
Y'all see Dakul reach his hand out, and his hand almost disappears. And when he retracts it, he has coal in his hands, crushing it. Dakul, give me a performance check.
Sorry. 13.
13. You begin to squeeze and press. The coal is not conforming like it should. Come on, Dakul. You can do this. Press harder. Reach deeper.
Dakul goes back into his head and settles himself. I am too excited. But this is a simple task. And he tries again.
And Dakul, I will allow you if you want to spend some key to get advantage on this roll. As you know, you can invest
Absolutely.
You can invest yourself in this. You know that you can reach within, tap that inner core of essence of power, mold it with this.
Tap that core.
Tap it.
Tap, 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 approve.
Just send it home. Come on, Dakul. The ball.
17 and a 2, so 17 and performance is there. So 20, dirty 20.
Yes, Ellery, you watch Dakul. He took this lump of coal and begins to squeeze, and y'all feel the heat radiating off of it from pure pressure as he looks at it and his eyes burn with the brilliance of the Halaxian sun. The symbol itself is blurred into radiance. You cannot even make out its lines because it is so bright. And he comes back with a cooling piece of rock, Ellery, that looks pretty close. It's almost there. If only it could have a little bit of work done, a little bit of honing. You're sure that you feel what you look at is so close to what you need. And a wild Hilda appears in the
What's going on? I know exactly what's happening and what I'm talking about.
Yes, Hilda, you have been witness to a lot of shit. You are probably on your tertiary, secondary hip flask.
Oh, no.
Dakul decided to put the helmet on. He disappeared. He came back.
What helmet? The helmet.
The helmet. The helmet.
The dark helmet.
Yeah. Oh. He disappeared. He came back wearing it. He disappeared again. Then Akari Suraki showed up all emo and rainy and why don't you just apologize, Ellery? God. And Ellery was all like, hey, man, why don't you just, what's the BFD, bitch? Why don't you just, get over it and shit? And it was all like, I don't know, maybe if you just, said you were sorry, I'd be okay, in my soul. And he was all like, but seriously, you could grow past this and stop being the thing that you always have been. God. And he was like, okay, well, maybe if you replace the hole in my heart the size of the thing that you took, then maybe I can be complete again. And he was like, all right, sure, whatever, shit. I mean, and he was all like, here. And he gave him the image of this thing. And then Dakul was all like,
thing? What?
And then,
are you tipsy?
Well, I mean, yeah. A little. I don't think that has anything to do with the current situation other than I am more myself than normal because my inhibitions have been lowered. That
is insidious logic, Pruitt.
It is. That's how alcoholism develops. So.
You're here.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Pruitt Johnson is right.
I'm glad I'm here to make everything better.
So anyway, y'all have now met back on the staircase, heading back down to help your friend Dakul, who literally zapped from over at the volcano to you in a moat of pure fire.
So we're in the airplane?
You're literally in the air of the fire plane. You're descending back towards, walking down the stairs, back down to the plane of fire when Dakul reappears. And he's got some glowing eyes, and Ellery's like, hey, you should totally make this rock thing. And he's all like, shh, and reaches into nothing. Literally, it looks like his arm disappears into an extra dimensional pocket, and he pulls out what can only be described as pure coal and starts forming a diamond. And Hilda realizes
Dakul's doing this.
Yeah.
It's some Fraggle Rock shit.
Yeah, it's some Fraggle Rock shit. He's doing what doozers do.
You're
Yes.
a doozer now.
Yeah, he's doozing right now. He is doozing, and he basically has formed
Work
this
your
thing.
cares away to cool.
What?
Work your cares away.
Worries for another day.
Worries for another day.
Yeah. Take
Let
the
the
cares away.
owner play.
Down at Fraggle Rock. Down at Fraggle Rock. And so, yes, DeCool has finished this thing, and it is smoky. It is not see-through, and it is not perfect. But Elry, you feel like it is like almost there with a little work. This could be the key.
All right. Last big push on the present DeCool. Deity DeCool. And I'm going to cast message. And if you okay, this is where we have our conversation, Pruitt.
Yeah.
Since you said that this was burned into Elry's mind by the forehead tap.
Right.
Can he use message to show DeCool exactly what he needs to do and maybe help him with like advantage on finishing up this little gem roll?
Well, I would say that you using like Presto or do you have minor image, right?
I switched it out like 2 levels ago.
Oh, never mind. Yeah. I mean, you with Presto, it does allow you to do smaller object, right? So you can create a perfect replica of it. But I mean, what this might need is like a jeweler's touch, right? Like he has formed 90%, but you need an expert to kind of finish off this thing. Maybe even someone who is, good at crafting, or at least it was at one point, and even saw this.
I think you're talking about Hildegard. That's my
Oh.
character, everybody. I'm Emma Lambert. I'm playing Hildegard. I do that regularly most of the time. Today was difficult. I'm eating Australian licorice. Pruitt, I'm going to buy you all the Australian licorice you want in 2 weeks.
Wait, are you tipsy now?
No. I'm actually stone cold sober. I'm just so happy that I'm not with a feverish Trogdor Burninator. I'm just happy to be here.
With a feverish 2-year-old?
Having a bad day. Okay.
Okay, so can I do
I
that
can
with
help with this.
Hilda? Can I cast the image via message from the mind of Elry Tossbottle past all of the corners and dicks and butts?
Your
And
dicks?
Out of the brig and through the Dawn Rose straight to her brain, yes.
Are you sending me a message from your dick in the brig?
yes, it says let me out. I haven't eaten in months.
No. It eats? That's disturbing.
Elry's dick's got a big tankard, and he's taking it against the bars. Ding 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 ding. Guard.
That's
Right.
contraband. I'll take that.
Well, don't you take my harmonica. And then I put it through my little dick hole.
So fucking painful. I'm glad I could be here and help bring focus, you guys.
It's good that we finally hit rock bottom. I was wondering when we would finally bottom out on this whole thing, and
Oh, come on.
there
I
it
have
was.
not yet begun to shovel.
I just got here.
Thank you.
We can go so much lower.
It can go so much worse.
Right.
Let's make this the birthday that it was meant to be for Greg.
All right, let's do this. So, using message and using like a combination of prestidigitation, he will convey and hopefully maybe give the ability for the aid action or help or whatever to the Commodore to be able to see what he needs it to be. And by the way, Hilda, this is the exact same gem that we stole from that fucking genie to try to
We
bring
didn't
back.
steal it, per se.
Yes. Well, the mage, listen, it's semantics that apparently make the world go round. But so here we go. That's what we need to do.
Okay. So we need to make this a little bit more perfect. Well, there are a number of things that Hilda used to be able to do that she can't do anymore. But there's still some things that she might be able to do to help perfect the thing. Well, the DM's gone. So I'm just going to say whatever that thing is, I do it.
My God.
Oh, yeah, you do.
My God, it's perfect. Quick, I'll take it up the steps. Hey, emo genie.
Oh, you never had a friend like Morrissey.
Hey, look what I found.
Oh, that's perfect, Ellery.
Here you go.
Oh my God, it's raining men, and then and then.
I saw a Morrissey song.
Well, yeah, I did Shoplifters of the World earlier, but we did it. Yay. Let's wrap it up, everybody. Tabletop loot, everyone. WebDM's here. We're doing it.
I'm 15.
I'm sorry, WebDM 15.
Whoa! Nobody can incite the end of the show but the DM. Thank you.
We did it.
I decided because you were gone, Pruitt, that I did whatever the thing was that I needed to do.
Oh, you did?
Did it.
Okay, well, now that we're back at that moment, as you're looking at this almost formed diamond that just needs a little love, a little care.
Mm-hmm.
What does Hilda do with this raw material, this information?
What does she do? She's probably going to try to get in the sort of mindset that she had before she was a grave cleric, and back when she was a forge cleric, when she could sort of help do this sort of thing. Trying to think what she can do that's sort of like a clarifying sort of thing. She might try some sort of, she might beseech whatever gods or concepts it is that she worships, because it's not exactly gods, it's more concepts for her.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to ask them if she casts a lesser restoration, can that be some sort of clarifying ritual for this diamond?
So when you say you beseech, are you requesting divine intervention?
I mean, she could try a divine intervention. All my fucking dice are fucking gone. Fuck.
I mean, do you want me to roll for you?
No. I trust you, but no. What is it? It's a D100, right?
Are you sure you don't want me to roll for you?
I found
Okay.
my little wooden dice.
Okay. I believe divine intervention is your level in percentage.
Yes.
So you're 11th level, so you have an 11% chance for your deity of that which has passed beyond, that which has succumbed to time.
The deity which decides what gets to exist. I'm going to ask it to let this diamond exist.
Yeah.
I rolled an 8. I seriously did. Do you want to see?
I want to see.
I did it.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Right there. That's an 8.
Let me tell you, I just want to show you what I rolled when I said, hey, are you sure you don't want me to roll?
What did you roll?
I rolled
an 11.
I rolled an 11.
It was meant to be.
So what are you, so you're beseeching that which governs all, the passage of time, the entropy of the universe itself that is coming for us all, hurtling, in fact, to our very existence from a place not yet seen, to hone this rock, this lump of almost completed diamond. And before y'all, everyone, you see Hilda muttering in some ancient dwarven dialect that you don't even recognize as dwarven. And this rock itself begins to hum. You hear this low resonance as it begins to shake and vibrate. And you see the soot being shook off of it. And you see and you hear a crack of pressure. and you see it kind of shift a little bit and a side slowly depress in. And Elry, as you watch this, it's like watching sunrise. It's like watching birth. It is exactly what was ordained at the beginning of time. As you look at this, everything within Elry tells him that this is exactly what he needs. And as Hilda gets done, Hilda, you are holding a piece of diamond so perfectly cut in its asymmetry that to hold it doesn't ever look like you're actually holding it because of its various shape and how it catches light. And you remember it distinctly. This looks like the exact diamond that you took from Akari Soraki those many moons ago.
I will hold it up to this emo motherfucker.
Well, first we gotta find
you
it.
talking about Elry?
Oh, he's not there? He's not there.
No,
I'm not
no.
even.
You're like literally like y'all had descended the staircase. So like literally this whole thing takes place on the staircase, I guess. And you never said you went up.
It's like Grey's Anatomy. I'm
I'll
gonna
take place in the stairwell.
stairwell in the elevator. I'm gonna go. Elry will take the Gemerald and head back up and see if they get a hold of Morrissey.
All right. You begin ascending the staircase and quickly breaching the Earthberg in the plane of air, alone, looking out over the vast blue of the plane of air itself. Hey, Jordan.
He just holds it up.
Everybody go to Void Merch and buy some shirts. Sorry.
He just holds it up and uses prestidigitation to cast light through it. So
Okay, Elry, you hold this asymmetrically cut gem up and cast a light through it, and you'll be goddamned if you don't see a beam of pure light shoot into the distance, past the 1,000 mountains, all dotting the landscape of air itself, tethered together by their vines. And it strikes at a part near the center. And for a few seconds, there's nothing. And then you feel a rush of wind almost push you back a step. And you see the clouds around here kind of clear. And it's only then that you notice that the clouds around here have been gray, they've been dingy, on the verge of rain, but not quite. And the area here gets a little bit brighter, a little bit sunnier. And it is only a few moments that in the distance you see a whirlwind appearing. And you're starting to have some flashbacks to that day that y'all descended into this plane. This whirlwind begins leaping from rock to rock. And it gets to the edge. And he is about 12 to 14 feet tall. His hair is being taken in this torrent that surrounds him. As he looks out across, you see his radiant blue eyes meet yours, and a grin cracks his face. Elry! Ah! And he jolts across the space on nothing this time. Just a whirlwind that leads itself into a torso of kind of bluish skin with a vest covering a kind of a rippled flesh. And he comes right up to you, Elry, all 3 feet of you. And he looks down at you and this gem that you hold. And he holds his breath, actually. This torrent that surrounds him doesn't touch you. It doesn't touch the gem. Your hair remains unmoved as he's almost scared to reach out. Is it complete?
It took me about 33 minutes, but yep, here we are.
Oh, God. I knew it. Please come. Let us complete the work together.
What?
And he holds his hand out to you, Ellery. Please.
Okay, hold on a second. 1 second. Got a question. I forgot to ask you this last time. My buddy DeCool put on a fucking helmet, and I can't get it off. And now he's the doorman. He's signing for UPS packages, high-fiving children of divorce. He's down there in the fire realm, and we need to get the helmet off of him, but he can't get it off.
He is a guardian, is what you're saying.
Outer
Outer or inner? Outer or inner? I know the Drake of the inner gates. I don't know the Drake of the outer gates. He's a little more aloof.
I think is it outer? Outer 84? 84th outer.
I'm sorry. I have no sway with the outer Drake. I'm sorry. I mean, hey, it does grant some power. I mean, if he can control it, why not?
Let's just say he doesn't want to do it. How do we
why did he put the helmet on? I'm confused. It does not matter.
Listen, first, if Four tried to put it on, then he put it on. Listen, I'm not sure. Let me ask you a question. If the last guardian was killed, is there a way to bring that guardian back to life to take the helmet back? Because I'm sure they'd want it, right?
Well, I could do that, but I would require a diamond.
Oh, sweet irony!
Look what we got, right?
I mean, I guess you could, but he would have quite a score to settle with you. You did kill him after all, right? I mean, from your own testament.
Brought him back, which wipes the old scoreboard clean, if you ask me.
Well, I'm sure you can understand. We elementals, we function on a little bit different of a score system, as maybe you would say, Ellery. It's more about appearances and protocols.
How about this? Fuck that guy. We'll bring back the guy that he killed to take his spot. I'm sure he'd be really happy because we killed the guy that was his spot and we bring back the other person that was the one before that.
Well, good luck with that, I guess. If you can find the person that whoever you killed at some indeterminate point in history, good luck.
Thank you.
Now, would you like to go and complete this so we can be done with this business?
Let me ask you a question real quick, Suraki. What are you going to do now? Just look at this?
I will show you.
Are you just look at it?
And he holds his hand out.
Okay, listen. I remember last time that DeCool painted a picture for you and you gave him a wish, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm helping you in more ways than just giving this to you. So I think, because I do want to see this very badly.
Yes.
Give me a wish and I will wish for DeCool to get the helmet off his head and then we can all come see it. That's a hell of an offer. Woo! I'm kind of.
It is, but it is from a weaker point of bargaining. Because you see, you giving me this gem keeps me from ending you, right? So it's balancing the scales, and now you're asking for more, which would then unbalance them again. So we come back to, how are you going to make the wish right?
Oh, I thought you meant that I was giving you more than what you were giving me back. Because
you were asking more.
Well, no.
Yes, actually.
I'm giving more because I've already told you this piece, trinket, and bauble, only the beginning of what you need to do.
And everyone else has now reached the Earthberg to hear this. Well, yes. You are so gloriously treacherous. It is the only reason I keep you alive. It really is.
That and my ability you can create wishes, yet in 33 minutes, I got the thing that you needed.
I would be in your debt a little bit. Not wish. Bit.
Okay, how about this? I, Ellery Tossbottle, will owe you if you give me a wish.
Well, that's more like it. All right, Ellery Tossbottle. At some point in a future date, I will ask of you a favor, and you will fulfill it without question. Do you agree to these terms?
Ellery, this is a terrible idea.
You have given me the gem. No, Hilda, this is between Ellery and I. He is the one that stole it. You remember?
Sure. I don't need. Fine. Yes. I, Ellery Tossbottle, agree.
Well, we have a bit of a different situation, don't we? Please! And he claps his hands. There's a rush of wind. And y'all feel yourselves being ushered past the 1,000 mountains as you travel. Speeds, you're not really sure. It's hard to gauge speed and distance here since there's so few points of context on the horizon. But you flow over these little earthbergs connected by tendrils and vines, various bits of detritus from things that have passed through. And then you see a familiar tower, familiar to everyone except for E404. This tall spiral with slices cut in its sides. One doorway at the base, a long, illustrious staircase leading up to its entrance, and you all land about five steps short of the entrance itself. And inside is a very dark, very foreboding tower, much different than the one that you remember upon your last visit.
E, this is where you stole that diamond.
Still trying to push that, huh?
Yeah. He's just to give the little whir.
And Akari Saraki stands at the doorway to his domicile. I apologize for the appearance. I have seen better days. I don't want to talk about them. But please come with me, Ellery. Help me right that which was wronged.
I will in a New York minute, but hold on one sec. Where is the cool? I want my wish.
Ellery, all things in good time.
Right.
You help me finish this, and then I give you a wish.
This is it.
And then. Those are very important words, Ellery. Let's not get stuck up on semantics. We know what happened last time. And you see kind of lightning lighting in the backs of his eyes.
I don't scare easy. I saw you at your Morrissey worst. Let's not go back to that dread place. Listen, it's the difference of 5 minutes. I would like the cool here to witness it. There's no treachery. Scout's honor. I want the cool here, free of the helmet. He can watch. Then we all walk in together. We put back the diamond that E404 took. We watch how everything comes together in some grand design, and then we I don't know what comes after that.
Well,
he did paint you that painting.
And I would like to see it at some point. You're right. And you start to see a cloud form over his head. His hair doesn't flow as much as before. I thought we could rectify this, but even in the clarification. You wish to betray me.
No, wait a minute.
I don't know why I even try with you, Ellery.
Wait. I'm not done. Before we go any further, I promised you one other thing. I, Ellery Tossbottle, Grand Pup to Tallywhacker Tossbottle, am sorry for taking this diamond.
You're sorry.
Yes. Super sorry.
Ellery. And he reaches down and scoops Ellery up. Ellery, you've never been hugged by a thunderstorm until today. You've never known the serenity of being embraced by literally nothing. Air. Pure and simple. No press of gravity. No force trying to make you bend to its will. It is like being in the womb, if you could remember it. It is pure. It is driven. It is righteous.
Does someone hear AC/DC?
Thunderstruck! And then, as quickly as he sweeps you up, he releases you. Please, let us finish it.
Let's. All of us. The cool fucking helmet. Let's wish this shit. Let's party hardy. Light this puppy back up.
And he
have some fun.
And Ellery, you're holding the crystal in one hand, and he picks you up in one arm, squeezes you to him. He picks up Dakul in the other arm, squeezes you to him, and he whirls up the staircase that runs on the inner wall of this tower, past all of what they would be like arrow slits. You're not sure. They're just asymmetrical and at an angle. Like you remember, like light would filter through them, but it's not caught by anything now. Until you get to about the third level, Ellery, and you reach a familiar landing. And you look out, and you can see a beam of light shooting through a hole in this chandelier that encases the inner area of this tower itself. And it's missing a piece. And Akari, he looks at you and he extends his hand, and you feel yourself being lifted, and you kind of turn and are moving through the air. You're moving towards this depression, this absence. Somebody's a Chappelle Show fan. And it is before you. Please, Ellery, finish it.
Is the helmet off to cool?
The helmet is still on Dakul as he holds him and he looks at you, eyes pleading.
Well, Ellery will take it and literally like round the outside it. Get that helmet off of Dakul, and we can all watch this shit.
Ellery, do you not see? I am bound by propriety.
It's okay. Let it go. Ellery licks the diamond. Come on, let's do it.
I don't understand why you won't.
Listen, Hilda actually made this thing, but I mean, I'm here to let you know that we need to get the helmet off.
I told you I would grant your request once you finished the job.
I'm right here.
I know. Which is why it boggles my mind that you won't just complete.
Trying to push it in.
And Ellery, you can feel the grip around your waist start to get tight as he's like holding you, but now he's starting to squeeze as he's looking at you and like pleading, like, why? I don't understand. Why?
Ellery will cast Prestidigitation, and he will create a gentle gust of wind that is going to go from the diamond down around Saraki to the helmet. And Ellery's going to look. We're all connected. Nice and calm. So all we got to do is take the helmet off. I push this fucker right into place. And let's rock and roll.
I
Say yes. Just say yes.
We have already agreed. Do you not understand the nature of us? We made a deal. If you do this, I will grant you a wish. I cannot grant you that which has not been met. Why do you torture me like this, Tospadle? I don't understand. Why?
We're back to semantics,
Why?
my gustular friend.
It is all I know.
I already agreed to the wish part. You said for a favor in the future. I have met my end. My dear friend, I'm waiting for you.
Ellery.
I'm right.
I know.
Yes. Think
You
about
are
it.
wrong. Like I would guess that you have been many times before. I do this job, and if I give you a wish, then you owe me a favor. You will not dupe me like some fool. I don't understand. And like Dakul and Ellery, you feel yourself. Give me a Constitution save right now.
Oh, Ellery too?
Mm-hmm. Well, he is holding both of you, and this Constitution save is to keep breathing because he's starting to squeeze you as he's like getting frustrated.
18 for Ellery.
Okay. You manage to retain your breath and breathe kind of shallow as you feel yourself being squeezed, but you still can kind of keep calm and not panic, because usually in this moment is when people panic and start gasping. Yeah. Dakul?
11.
Dakul begins to gasp as he is enveloped in this rush of air. You are not expecting it to cool, and you cannot breathe. You like it's one of those things where you get caught and you can't breathe in. You kind of and you just your lungs, your diaphragm will not retract, and your lungs cannot expand. And Ellery, you see Dakul beginning to gasp.
Can you tell, Suraki, that I am not trying to dupe you? Do you have the ability to divine that?
Ellery, do you divine that I am bound by the word of my agreements, that I want to give you everything that we have agreed to, but you will...
Wait. What is our agreement? I will do you a favor to which I have already agreed, bound by the very words and tenets in which you will proclaim to trust and adhere to. You have not done your end. I follow the same rules.
Okay, give me a deception check.
Ellery's not lying.
Well, I understand that Ellery doesn't think he's lying, but
that would be a 17.
You like Ellery, you have talked your way out of so many. You have talked your way past pirates, past customs agents. You have talked your way past every member of every law enforcement agency that you've ever been with. And when you see him looking at you, you see an individual that is like at the end of his rope. He looks at you with pleading eyes. I don't want to do this.
Oh my God, you're so emo. And he puts it in.
And there is a rush of air. As wind picks up in the tower, light streams through. Every slice, every hole in the side, it catches every facet of every diamond, reflecting, diverted, reflected, diverted. You look as works of art from every conceivable plane of existence that run down this staircase begin lighting up as spotlights will shine in on them, one after the other, working their way down until you get to the main hallway, where there is a raised stone, like kind of a raised stone dais, a gem atop it, and light streams down and hits it and is reflected up on the wall, showing a painting of this very tower with the Kari Saraki out in front. A likeness of which has never been seen. One would think that he was on the wall itself in all of his radiance, his brilliance. You can almost see the wind flowing through it itself in perfect relief. And he clutches you to his breast, and you feel rain fall, and you realize it's not rain, it's his tears.
Thank God.
And certainly not his pee. You're up here. And he just says, thank you. And he looks at you, Dakul. Oh, this is going to hurt. And he kisses you on the forehead. And Dakul, you feel the helmet heat up and then pop off your head and go careening through the air, falling down to the ground before it clatters and rolls to a stop.
Yes, freedom.
And he clutches Elry a little closer and says, and you still owe me one. And that's where we're going to leave off tonight. As I'm not really sure what happened tonight, but I absolutely love it. I really don't know. It was shenanigans of the highest order. I hope everyone out there enjoyed themselves. Here we are at the end of another Starward Bound. So let's go around to cast and crew and see how everybody liked it. And then we'll have to come back next week and see how this all transpires. Emma, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so glad I could be here and intimately apprised of every step of what happened today and help in all the ways that I did. I have no idea what the fuck happened. I rolled the 2-100 and that was good. I'm Emma Lambert. I'm the communications director for WebDM. We don't have any Land Between Two Rivers. The only thing that we have left this week is the finale of The Lost Girls on Sunday, which is so sad and tragic, but it's going to be epic and everybody should come. Did you tell everybody that we're going to D&D Live?
I was going to do that in the closing.
Oh, fuck. I didn't say anything. I'm the communications director. I'm good at this shit. Bye.
Well, I mean, you should be able to talk to it too. I mean, you know. you're going to be there as well.
I am. We are all going to be at D&D Live in Los
Yeah,
Angeles.
so we're going to be at like this thing in like a month for like the Descent or whatever in May, and it's kind of awesome. And I try not to think about it because when I do, I start to like have palpitations and start to get like lightheaded.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's very exciting, and I'm currently shitting myself just even thinking about it. So there's that.
There is that. I believe you. 100%.
Next up, the birthday boy himself, Greg. How are you, my friend? How did you enjoy, anyway, how'd you like that?
I did. I feel really bad because when Elry starts to talk, I never stop and I keep doing bullshit. And I look around and everybody else is like, Elry's doing bullshit. It's just going to be another 15 minutes of bullshit. So I try to temper Elry a bit whenever we're doing stuff because Elry goes nuts. And tonight I was just like, I don't know, fuck it. And so I had fun. I just, so you know, the alternate ending was Elry's mage hand was going to take a knife and cut the painting. And I was going to be like, fuck you. But I didn't do it because I didn't want to die. Anyway, great. Grimjack21502 on the Twitter, part of the Tales from the Grim team on the Twitch. If you're looking for something Thursday night before Critical Role, jump over to the channel. We're doing the Fall of Faerun, Forgotten Realms, gets attacked by zombies. Fan of Black Summer or The Kingdom, you will enjoy it because zombies kill people and they can't be turned away by clerics or paladins. So fuck them and we'll have some fun. See you later.
Yeah, the zombies are straight like, nah, Drake meme. Kiana, you're almost there.
I'm almost there, and God, I needed this game because my brain trying to wrap around what happened tonight. Sometimes, despite being mentally the youngest, E feels like the parent of the group.
Yep.
And today was one of those days of just like, Elry, you know, you should probably just apologize, right? That's a thing. And 2 cases of sarcasm today. Amazing. Look at Egro. This is what happens when you hang out with his crew for too long. Yeah, but no, this was so much fun. It was a roller coaster, but so much fun, like every single episode. But until next episode, you guys find me over Twitter at KianaS. Best way to figure out what I'm doing. Come over the internet, playing role-playing games almost every day of the week. I'm almost done school, so that's exciting. But I'm on a couple of shows all over the place. You find me back over here for the finale of Lost Girls, vampire shenanigans over there in the 80s. So that's going to be cool. And yeah, we'll see you next time where we must face the consequences of our actions.
Yeah, something like that. And last but not least, the guardian of the 84th Outer Gate, at least for a brief time. Trey, how you doing?
Yo, what's up? And if you are tuning in, this is Starward Bound, what I would like to call the Elemental Blue Balls episode, because elementals have been teased 2.5 straight hours. The power was right there for the cool to grasp. We got a blue genie getting the rim job slowly and then getting the tip licked, not really, putting it in, but not really, but I'm going to put it in, but not really. I'm over here like, yeah, please, somebody do something. Yeah, this is just a typical week here at Starward Bound. I'd like to give a huge shout out to everybody that had the stamina to go through it all. Thank God for Elry. God bless his soul. Thank everybody so much. Thank you everybody so much for tuning in. I really, really do enjoy this, the spontaneity of everything. And yes, he most definitely our mommy. And I was so happy to have Emma back. Thank you. The place is dark without you. And next week. So I'll see y'all there. You can hit me up on the Twitter sphere at @Sintel and also on Instagram as well. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And I am so happy for y'all. Man, y'all making moves. Man, it's going to be dope.
Most definitely. Some crazy shit's going on here in the game. So tune in next week. See how this all kind of shakes out. See what happens to the Heliac sphere, considering, you know, most everybody decided to just ignore that. And so, fuck it.
I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, you are over it. You don't care.
I mean, E cares, and I care, and I was like, okay, we're doing this now.
We'll see. But anyway, until then, please check out our sponsor, tabletoploot.com, where WebDM 15 gets you 15% off, all that fun stuff. And also check us out in May, the weekend of the 17th, 18th, and 19th for the Descent. The WebDM team will be in LA at the event, broadcasting at some point in that time. I'm not sure what we're going to do exactly, but
when we know, we'll let you know. We're definitely going to give away cool shit.
Yeah, we're going to give away some cool shit, and we'll be there for the whole weekend. And so there's that, and it's a thing, and it's real, and there have been tweets about it, so it must be. So I guess I should buy my plane ticket. So there's that. But until next week, everyone out there, hang out. We're going to go raid Lindy's channel. She's good people. But until next week, I certainly hope that the dice ever roll in your favor.